We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. And if you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 1. Now this will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he is going to have a Saints first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
He was brought down by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll get this out to Kamara. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how. Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there. These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face. A little wind in there. Yeah, that's right. Groupie able to add the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And I think the ball's out. Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up. And avoids the turnover. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It's taken to the 26. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this? It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy, there he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 58 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Groupie for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Right back to him on first down. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints are able to stretch out their lead. The point after, good by Groupie. And that makes the score 28-0. Buccaneers, nothing. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On second down, it's Pollard. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First and 10 at the 36 An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll run left with Pollard. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got Otten. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. It'll go as a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Gould is good, and that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
2nd and 11. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in and picks up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Buccaneers 3.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. They're going to look to throw. This pass complete to Pollard on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Brzee fought in and got him down.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to Big Way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. They'll look to throw here. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here comes the Saints punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's dumped off to Pollard.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Now receiver in motion left.
Pollard again.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bucs are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
101 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for New Orleans, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get a few extra days.